Ron, I want to start with you just there because you're the Canadian in the group right now. Tell me, what did you think of Minister Freeland's response, lack thereof comment, and the fact that negotiations are going to be going on into next week? And I know that you're optimistic based off of our other interview before, but don't you think that something's missing?
Well, I mean, a deal is missing. We don't know that there is even a deal in principle. We definitely don't have any sort of text to look at. We don't know, other than what she has said, which is it's the usual sticking points. And we know what the usual sticking points are. It's Chapter 19, dispute resolution mechanism. And by the way, I agree with Steve Forbes. You've got to have these independent panels. Otherwise, you have to fight it out in courts. It's too expensive. It's too unpredictable. And frankly, Canadians don't think it's fair. And dairy is a big issue in Canada. This is a politically very difficult issue for the Canadian government to deal with. Just like your farming community holds a lot of votes and a lot of sway and a lot of political influence, so does ours. And the dairy industry in particular holds the most votes and the most sway in our farming community.
Carol, do you think that Canada right now is just showing that they care about Canadians, but they really know deep down they have to sign the deal because of the economy and how heavily reliant it is on the United States? And let's not forget, too, that the United States, Canada is the second largest trading partner with the U.S., so there is a little bit of back and forth, but we know that Canada needs this deal. Do you think it's just all play?
Well, I mean, I certainly don't think it's all play. They certainly want to get the best deal possible. But based on the posturing, I've negotiated a lot of deals. And when it comes to the 11th hour and you're extending like this, usually that means that you're getting close. And the tone that she was using, the fact that she didn't want to get into specifics that could end up disrupting something, does give me optimism that we will get to a deal. Now, what that is and how good that is for every one of the constituents, I think remains a big question mark. I think that every single party will take credit and say that this is a better endpoint, but I am fairly optimistic that we will get to something. It's just the devil is in the details.
And Annika, I want to get to you right now. We had a guest on After the Bell yesterday, the CEO of global automakers, and he said, if anything, this deal, when you're talking about the auto sector, it's great, but there's all these added points to it. It's going to be more costly for manufacturers in the United States. Is it really that beneficial, considering the minister just said it's the heart of the deal?
Well, she said also that the tariffs on steel and aluminum were not going to be a part of it, and yet that's been considered one of the main issues, one of the three. And so it is extremely important, particularly to the auto manufacturing industry. And we know that trade has been a huge issue for the Trump administration. He campaigned on trade, and he's got midterms coming up, so I don't see there being a lot of wiggle room here.
All right, and we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much, Carol, Rana, and Annika.